My fellow Americans, first and foremost, I would like to assume that all protocols have been observed. So may I observe protocol as already indicated. My mission this morning is to vehemently air out my learned and profound disposition that unapologetically disapproves the concept of racism. And I open by quoting a statement from Thomas Jefferson, which was made in 1776 at the Declaration of the United States Independence, and part of it was also quoted by Martin Luther King, who said, "We hold this truth to be self-evident, that all men are created equal," and I quote. And naturally, that is why the mating process, the duration of pregnancy, the mental and physical development, or even death, is the same across all the races. That is why we do not have a separate medicine degree for the black folk and the white folk, because our biological setup is the same. That is why we do not have a different psychology degree for the black folk and the white folk. Why? Because we are virtually the same. And such similarities and congruence across all these professions, faculties, and institutional frameworks attest to the fact that we are all equal and we are all the same. And the only difference that we have is the pulchritudinous coloring, that is the color of our incarnate corporeality or physicality, that is the color of our outward appearance. Otherwise, we are virtually the same. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe and I would like to challenge that ascribing, claiming and defining superiority or inferiority based on givens is absurd. No one worked hard to be white and no one was lazy to be black. And the question of significance then becomes, have animals become better than human beings? Because have animals become even smarter and more reasonable than human beings? Because a black dog can hang with a white dog because they basically understand that they are all dogs. A black cow and a white cow can graze on the same land because they understand that they're both cattle. So my question is, are the animals better than us, ladies and gentlemen? There is enough grazing land for both. There are enough opportunities. There are enough resources that if they are proportionately distributed amongst all races, there is no need for us to be fighting. And I would like to challenge the proponents of racism that as long as the ground for disparities and discrepancies in terms of treatment continue to hold on illogical grounds, such as color, such as things that are given, I categorically classify such unsubstantiated claims of superiority as absurd. It's just as good as saying a white house and a white house is superior to a blue house. Yet the civil engineering, the architecture, the building material and everything, and the builders are visually the same, but the difference is color. Claiming superiority and supremacy on such grounds is definitely absurd, and I would like to call it stupid and silly. But I believe God has to raise more reasonable men across all races that are going to be reasonable enough to understand this simple truth that all men are created equal. May God bless you all, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much.